Okay, discernment was a very high topic on my page yesterday, so I want to give y'all a little more insights on the gift of discernment and how you know you have the gift of discernment. The first sign of knowing that God is about to give you the gift of discernment is Him putting you in isolation. I was in isolation I was in there for a very long time, but I was in complete isolation for about 3 months. And in that time of isolation, I wasn't able to watch the same shows I used to watch. I wasn't able to listen to the same music that I was listening to. I wasn't able to talk to the same friends in the same capacity that I would talk to them prior to going in isolation. I just wasn't able to do some of the things that I was used to doing. And it put me in a space of only wanting to learn what God said. And I say this with so much emphasis because when you have discernment, you tend to not want to hear other people's opinions or things that come from other people. You typically want to know what it is that God is telling you, exactly what He says I'm supposed to do. You don't really want to rely on the understanding of others. And that was me. As I told y'all in the last video, I had like my aunts and different people telling me that, you should get a job and faith without works is dead. They were coming from a biblical standpoint, and they was not wrong, but I had to have the discernment to understand that that wasn't where God was taking me at that moment. I had to discern over God's voice and the voice of them. That is one of the ways you know that God is teaching you discernment. Another indication that God is teaching you discernment is you require truth. You require honesty, truth. You can't really stand for a person to lie or be around a person who likes to lie or over exaggerate story. You like for the truth to be spoken in every room. Another indication that God is giving you the gift of discernment is with people. You're able to discern who has the heart of God and who is still of the world and in the world. And this is not to say anyone's a good or bad person. It's just some people that think they know God don't really know who God is or His heart. You're able to meet a person for the first time and talk to them for maybe a minute and discern over their character immediately. I remember coming out of my isolation season and I felt like I was walking into the unknown. I was honestly afraid to be in the world again because I didn't feel the same. I didn't feel like I did before I went into isolation. And my discernment was at an all-time high. I thought that I wouldn't be the same person anymore because so many things had changed and my discernment was so high. I can even remember asking my auntie, like, do you think I'm ever gonna be able to like tell a joke again or, be this jokey person? And she was like, yeah, God isn't trying to change everything about you. He's just trying to give you more knowledge and wisdom on how to be who you are. And which was true because when I did come out, prior to me coming out of isolation, I couldn't listen to the same music. It was so disturbing to my spirit, and so was TV shows, like movies and TV shows that I could probably watch over and over again. I couldn't watch them no more, but I did after some time get to a place where I could listen to worldly music and I could watch certain TV shows, but I can only tolerate a certain amount of it because it disturbed my spirit. It was literally disturbing to my spirit. All discernment is the ability to judge well. So you're able to judge certain situations, certain circumstances in a way that honors the Lord versus what everybody else says you should be doing. Discernment is one of the best gifts you can get from God, but I also always want people to understand that you have to remain humble in every situation because you don't want to come off as you're better than somebody or you're looking down on somebody because they can't discern over certain things in certain situations, because sometimes people can look at you like you're stuck up because of your discernment, and it don't be you. Sometimes it always can be your heart posture. God loves a humble disciple. So even though you have the gift of discernment, discern when it's okay to use it and how you use it.